Hello guys! Alright, today we are deep cleaning this cabin because someone's left behind a pretty big mess. What is this? And a whole lot of problems too. This whole thing is just heartbreaking because the owners of this place are honestly doing their best. They are running a small rental business in here and trying to make ends meet, and this one cabin was supposed to bring them a bit of income. But now, instead of guests, they've got a disaster on their hands. One of the renters left the place in a total wreck. I mean, it's not just messy, it's completely destroyed. And you can tell something went seriously wrong here. And the saddest part? The owners don't have any extra money lying around to deal with something like this. That's why, thank God, I'm cleaning this whole cabin for free for them. But I mean, they weren't expecting to face a situation where one of their cabins would need a full-on rescue mission just to be usable again. And to be completely honest, they are already struggling with this business even without this disaster. Because they've actually been trying to sell the whole thing for a while now, because it just doesn't seem to be making ends meet anymore. And now, on top of everything else, this poor little cabin ends up in this condition. Just their luck. And I don't know, it's such a lovely place, really. Peaceful, beautiful nature all around. But maybe tourists just haven't discovered it yet. Or maybe it's a little too far off the beaten path. Either way, bookings haven't been what they hoped for, and that's why they've been desperately trying to find someone who'd be willing to buy the whole operation. But now you have to watch my magic trick. Okay, this didn't work, or this, but titty! Here we go! That was easy. But yeah, this cabin rental business, it's not just any business, it's a family business. Something they've put their heart and soul into. So seeing it go downhill like this, and especially watching one of the cabins get destroyed like this, it's just heartbreaking. And when I got here, the first person to greet me was the son of the family. And he co-owns the place with his mom, and he was out in the yard half hidden in a bush with a trimmer in his hands. After we chat for a minute, he asked if I'd come inside and meet his mom. So I followed him into the main house, and there she was. This incredibly kind and warm woman who instantly made me feel welcome. And it didn't take long before we sat down and started talking, and that's when he and she opened up about everything they've been going through. So she and her son run this place together, and it's a family business through and through, and they've put so much into it over the years. But lately it just hasn't been working out the way they hoped. And she told me how hard it's been, how they've been trying to sell the business because it's just not profitable anymore, and how heartbreaking it is to see something they've built slowly slipping away. Ooh, look at the couch, guys. There are actually holes in it, and I can't help but wonder, have there been mice in here or something like that? Or how did those holes even end up there? Did the renter make them? Like seriously, what happened in this place? And I'm not sure, are they planning to rent out this cabin again? And honestly, with the condition it's in, they'll probably have to replace most of the furniture anyway, if they want anyone to actually stay here. So yeah, I think they already know that they have to do that, but on the other hand, they don't have money for doing that, so maybe I'm just here and clean this up so it doesn't attract even more pests. And also so the smell doesn't get any worse than it already is. And of course it helps so the mom or the son doesn't have to clean this up. So my job today is just to clean, scrub every surface, wipe down every inch, and try to bring back some sense of order to this chaos. Okay, this sink looks pretty bad. There's some grease stains, but also a lot of lime scale. Where did it come from so quickly? Did the tenant put something weird in the sink? Because it feels super strange. Like really rough and gritty. But anyway, let's just see what comes off with the basic Sinis kitchen spray before we decide anything more. Okay, and a little bit of Steel Daddy because it rubs off everything. So let's see. It's much better. It's shiny again. Okay, maybe. Ooh, what are you? You are something weird. I don't know, but it's coming off. I know that. Now let's rinse it off and see what actually came off. Okay, looking pretty good to me. Wow, it's shiny. But the rest of it, not so much. So we need some acid-based toilet bowl cleaner, and I'm just gonna first spread it in here, and then at the same time I'm scrubbing it real hard with the Steel Daddy. And if your sink doesn't have a crazy amount of lime scale like this or something really stuck on, there's no need to press too hard with Steel Daddy because it's super effective even with light scrubbing. So if you are afraid of it, start gently at first just to see how it reacts. Okay, this foam is beautiful and the sink is gonna be so clean after this. But the annoying part is that there's silicone here and it's in pretty bad shape. And the thing with silicone is that you can't really clean it. Because if your silicone has black spots, is peeling off or has turned brown, it has to be replaced. I get this question all the time because my shower has these dark spots on the silicone, or sometimes people don't even know that that is a silicone, but it is, and you can't do anything. If you have grout between the tiles, that's easy to clean, but silicone, nope. Because the thing is, dirt gets inside the silicone super easily, and once it's in there, it's not coming out no matter how hard you scrub. Silicone is kind of super soft, so everything goes inside there and stays there. So if you see any hacks like how to remove dirt from silicone or mold from silicone, that's fake. That's fake videos. That doesn't work. Trust me, guys. Alright, there's still a bunch of the tenant stuff left here, but I'm just gonna toss it all, because I doubt any of this is needed anymore. At least the family doesn't need this. I think these surfaces actually look pretty good, like pretty decent. Like the kitchen cabinet doors are in good shape. Just a few stains here and there, but those will come right off. Especially that big one. I wanna scrub it already. It looks pretty good. Okay, I think it needs a little bit of power paste and it's gone like that. Okay, I can still see something. Okay, now I don't. Yeah, I don't. Okay, this is supposed to be the bed. But there's no mattress. This was full of stuff, as you remember. The wooden part is pretty damaged, and it can't be cleaned like that, because wood is actually kind of similar to silicone in the sense that it soaks up everything really deep. So even though I basically know what product would get the dirt off, the problem is you can't get it deep enough in there. Or the main problem is that you can't pull the dirt back out once it's soaked in. Because any surface that doesn't absorb stuff is way easier to clean. Like glass, for example, is super easy because it doesn't really soak in anything at all. And plastic can kind of go both ways. It's smooth and pretty resistant to stuff, but at the same time it stains super easily. Like colors sink into plastic super easily, and it doesn't take much for a stain to become permanent. Because you know those clear phone cases that turn yellow over time? That yellowing actually sinks into the plastic, and once it's there, there's no getting it out. Of course, you can use chlorine, but it, it doesn't take out the color like that, or it has to be there like days or months, or I haven't tried, but like, you get the point. I'm just wondering, should I toss this? But there's no place to put it. So maybe I'm just gonna clean it real quickly and I'm gonna leave it here and they can decide what to do with it. But it's pretty damaged. It looks bad. Alright, I definitely need to wash the floor, even though it's covered in these weirdest little crumbs and fluffy balls, and I can get rid of these really easily with my squeegee. I love it. But still, the thing is, this floor is made of wood, so moisture isn't exactly its best friend, you know? But still, if I do it just once and quickly, it should be totally fine, or it is fine. Because I'm not going to leave it soaking wet or anything like that. Just a quick, thorough wash to get the grime off. And that's kind of my whole method anyway with these homes. Going strong. Clean everything once really well and then it's done. But yeah, I'm not cleaning like this at my home, and don't try this at your home with the same amount of water I use. Unless your home doesn't look like this, then you should definitely wash it like this. Trust me. Because I mean, I only go hard because I'm only doing this once. And at home, you want to be more gentle and avoid soaking wooden floors or anything else like this. And there's no point. If your home is relatively clean, you don't have to wash anything like that. Like in my own home, I only wipe my kitchen cabinet doors. I don't never wash them because there's no need. Alright, but now's the bathroom's turn. And why there's so many jars of raisins, I guess? I don't know, maybe the tenant liked raisins a lot. Apparently, yes. And what is going on with all this toilet paper? Like, why is it all over the floor and not in the toilet bowl? I think that's a great question and one we'll probably never get an answer to. Ooh, and the toilet bowl looks pretty nasty, so we need a lot of acid-based toilet bowl cleaner with it. And unfortunately, there's no floor drain, so let's see what I'm able to do. First, I'm scrubbing it with dish soap. Oh, it worked really great. So now here comes the acid-based toilet bowl cleaner, and then we'll wipe down and wash the rest of the parts. Gets everything nice and clean before moving on. More Sinis kitchen spray. I love to use kitchen spray because it removes grease so effectively. And then I'm using a Scrub Daddy, and I don't want to mix the Sinis kitchen spray and the acid-based toilet bowl cleaner because then the acid won't work, so I try to be really careful. And now let's scrub. Okay, I gotta be honest, that was pretty easy. It came off way faster than I thought, because I didn't even let the cleaner sit for that long. But okay, maybe it needs a bit more time or an extra round of that acid-based toilet bowl cleaner, because look at that brown stuff over there. And hey, I'm using a kettle here, but that kettle is gonna thrown away after this. So don't worry. Okay, next round. Now I'm gonna let it sit there for like maybe 20 minutes or something like that, just to get rid of everything. Sometimes you gotta let the cleaner sit overnight, but definitely not this time, because I cleaned this whole thing in just one day. I'm not staying here. Usually it takes 2 days, but this cabin was really small. And of course I had already booked a hotel for the night, but once I started cleaning I realized I was actually getting it all done in just one day. So I was like, let's just finish this up and head home. Alright, now 20 minutes later, it's time to give the toilet another scrub. And fingers crossed, everything comes off this time. Oh no, there's still a little spot left. But I'll just let the owners know that if they want to get rid of it, they can use black Harpic and it's gone. And here's the final result, guys. What do you think? Woohoo! It looks so good, like a real gap-in again. Fantastic. And hey, there's more videos coming all the way through the end of the year. And of course, I saved the best for last. And during the very last week of the year, I'm dropping my absolute favorite video. Or, well, I mean the messiest home, but still. You guys are the best and I love you so, so much. And see you in the next dirty home. I love you guys. Bye.